When he opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those who have been slain because of the word of God and the testimony they maintain. And they cried out in a loud voice, "How long, sovereign Lord, holy and true, until he judges and inhabits the earth and avenge our blood?" Then each of them were given white robes, and they were told to wait a little longer, until the full number of their fellow servants, their brothers and sisters, were killed just as they had been. Then I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands, and they called out in a loud voice, "Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb." Then one of the elders asked me, "These in white robes, who are they, and where did they come from?" I answered, "Sir, you know." And he said, "These are they who have come out of the great tribulation. They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore, they're before the throne of God and serve him day and night in his temple. And he who sits on the throne will shelter them with his presence. Never again will they hunger, never again will they thirst. The sun will not be down on them, nor any scorching heat. For the Lamb at the center of the throne will be their shepherd. He will lead them to springs of living water, and God will wipe every tear away from their eyes." Then I saw another great and marvelous sign. I saw in heaven another great and marvelous sign. 7 angels with the 7 last plagues, last, because with them God's wrath is completed. And I saw what looked like a sea of glass, glowing with fire, and standing beside the sea. Those have been victorious over the beast and its image, and over the number of his name. They had harps given them by God, and sang a new song, right? I saw thrones in one which were seated, those whom given authority to judge, and I saw the souls of those who have been beheaded because of their testimony about Jesus and because of the word of God. They had not worshipped the beast and its image, and had not received the mark of its name. They came to life and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. The rest of the dead did not come to life until the 1,000 years were ended. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy are those who share in the first resurrection. The second death has no power over them, but they'll be priests of God and of Christ and reign with him for 1,000 years. Everybody who has been claiming Rapture's coming up on 23rd, they're false. I mean, not a lot of these people are just deceived. But the people pushing this are false teachers, right? Anybody pushing a pre-tribulation rapture is a false teacher. The Bible clearly says that the so-called church is going to have to die for Christ in the last days. It's called the Great Tribulation, right? What's left is going to be the gathering of the elect. This is called the 144,000. Anybody pushing pre-tribulation rapture is a false teacher.